Guys, what's the worst thing you've ever said when taking a shit?
Oof. Probably, dear God, if you end this now, I'll never do anything bad again. I've said that dozens of times.
The other day I was like, oh, it hurts.
It was the other day. It was yesterday, as a matter of fact. This is why I bring this up. No, like, I'm not joking. I was like, this shouldn't be in me.
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
To start it off with a shit joke.
Carly's like, is everything all right in there?
You okay?
Shut up, Carly. Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies.
Shout out having one bathroom and a girlfriend.
Shout out to that.
You can't get past it.
Shout out poop jokes.
Shout out waking up early just to shit.
Shout out trying to like pivot your girlfriend from going to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we should take the dogs out first, though. You know what I mean? Like, let's do that, and then you can go to the bathroom and get ready and stuff.
You literally juke her like on the way to the bathroom.
Like bodyguard the bathroom.
Fucking like just
Heisman her face.
Yeah, Heisman her face.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies. I'm Chris Collins.
I'm Josh Rodriguez.
I am Alex Wilson.
And this week we watched Midsommar.
Midsommar.
But before we dive into the review of Midsommar, let's talk about what we've been watching, boys.
Yeet.
Let's do it.
Alex,
Wilson,
you want to kick
yeah.
yourself?
So I've got an update on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I'm ready for it.
I watched a little more, and Bruce Jenner got a sex change.
Shut the fuck up. Josh, what have you been watching?
All right, based off of your recommendations, I watched The Bodyguard.
Yeah?
I watched the whole fucking thing.
Did you finish it?
I finished it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Do you like it?
It's so good.
It's
Damn.
one of the
All right, I'm
best
gonna watch it
series
now.
ever.
Two friends
Oh,
have
now
watched
you're
it.
gonna now you're gonna fucking watch it. You fucking bitch. Like, oh no,
All right, now I'll watch it.
Josh said
no.
it's cool.
Chris has been recommending this to me for 3 consecutive weeks. No, Josh says
It's actually 5, thank you.
yeah. Josh goes, yeah, I've watched it. All right, that's 2 people.
That
I
sounds
think
good.
That's fair enough.
It's really, really good.
The
All right, I'll watch it.
consensus is 2 for 2. So check it out.
I guess
Seriously,
I'll watch it.
If you can watch the first 10 minutes of that show and not continue, I just don't get you.
All right,
It is the first 25 minutes of that show. That
Amazing.
Absolutely, you're like, I'm in it. I'm
Yep,
in it. Let's
yep.
go.
Don't spoil anything.
You don't get that a lot with series, I don't feel like. You know what I mean? For the first 15 or 20 minutes of any series, that's really important. Because it's like, am I going to be hooked to this shit?
Yeah.
What?
I just literally replaying the Bruce Jenner joke in my head. Sorry.
He just started watching like season 3 or something.
I did.
The guy that is so like the I don't know why I find it so funny, but the role playing a guy that had no fucking idea makes got a sex.
I
Sorry.
did start watching from season 1.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
God.
There's 15 seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And each season is like 30 episodes, right?
Yeah. And they're all...
Oh, shit.
And so, okay, something I hate about TV on Hulu and Netflix is that... And I know that there's really not much to be done about it other than create new shows that aren't this format. But they follow the same format as when they had commercials, which is like, we'll be right back. And then like 1 second of a black screen. And then they're like... Last we saw you, we were at blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I've been streaming this. I don't need to know.
Yeah.
There's a
But they're
recap
not
every
gonna-
15 minutes or so.
Yeah,
that.
and they're not going to re-edit it for streaming.
Exactly.
Though. That's the thing. Like, there's a recap, and dude, reality shows are so tough to watch because like the structure is so formulaic. Where
Imagine being an editor for one of those.
Dude,
Kill
fuck
myself.
that.
Kill myself.
I frequently think about that when I'm watching stuff
that's
like that.
where if I, dude, that is
or
where
the
I will die.
composer.
Ugh.
Or just the guy
Oh
that
my
finds
God.
the music.
Producers too. Yeah, composing. But dude, like producers make all the story and drama in those. They sit with editors and they make up shit that happens.
Exactly.
Or during filming, they contrive all the situations where it's like,
Right.
oh, we're gonna go to brunch. I've been feeling so and so hasn't been feeling left out. So me and her are gonna go to brunch and have a conversation. And then they just talk shit for 10 minutes or
Yeah.
whatever. It's like those are forced situations.
Exactly. You can tell it's something that the producer was like No, okay. I remember watching that show where they get a wife to go live with another husband, and then they get the wife of that person to live with another husband.
Yeah.
You remember that show?
Wife swap?
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And there was one time where one of the wives was like really lonely or something, so she made like a human-sized puppet, and you just know she didn't voluntarily think to do that. You know, a producer was
Yeah.
like, "You should make a puppet, and we'll film it," and like,
Yeah.
it's just
No.
stupid.
But yeah, and that's where editors
Die.
die.
Yeah.
Is that like
Yeah.
maybe there's people that enjoy it, but holy shit, I could not.
Oh god.
I would
All the
die.
fake drama.
I hate that.
And the repeated, like as an editor, I see repeated reactions and stuff where it's
Yeah.
like, hey, that wasn't from what that person said. That
Exactly.
editor took a reaction from something earlier and made it look like that person had a negative reaction.
Right.
It's so fucking contrived. It makes me like, I'm like, it's this fake ass story.
It's so like you said, formulaic.
Yeah.
And they just like they know the beats they need to hit.
And then every commercial break.
Exactly.
By this, you need to tease the drama of the next one, and it's like so.
And
I
the
can't-
talking head segments I hate the most because like if you watch the cooking.
What insight do those offer?
Exactly. Like
I said this, and then it cuts to like them saying it,
Yeah.
and then it comes
like,
back
see?
to so
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was respected in that situation. Then it's like I don't feel respected in this situation. And then like, yeah,
especially on like competition shows where it's like you know that they underwent the competition and they either won or lost, and then they had to film the talking head
yeah.
segments.
And then that's how they fill in the gaps in the story.
Exactly.
It's for the producers and the editors and all that like collaborate and go. It'd be nice if this person explained this to set up this and blah blah. It's a fucking it's
without
a,
all
it's
the
a puzzle.
fluff and the recap, each episode would be about 4 minutes.
True.
It would just be women getting brunch, and there'd be 30 seasons.
Yeah.
Of it.
The View.
Yeah. All right. So keeping up with the Kardashians.
Excellent.
Got that down.
Bodyguard.
The Bodyguard. Oh, I'm also not 100% caught up with, but I saw the first season of Big Little Lies.
Oh, how is it?
Pretty good.
Is that the
so
Reese Witherspoon
fucking
one?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll watch anything with you.
I fucking loved it, dude.
Yeah, it was good.
Reese Witherspoon, Nicole Kidman, Shailene Woodley, who I didn't like before this.
I don't think I've heard of her.
Dude, she's in the Divergent movies.
Oh, okay.
She's was in that fucking like cancer movie. Anyways, I didn't like her before this because she's kind of weird. She's like, I'm gonna sunbathe and make sure you get UV rays to your vagina. Make sure you're
That's in the show?
No, that's her real
her
life personality.
Oh.
She's like, I'm gonna sunbathe nude because UV ray. Your vagina needs UV rays.
Ultra vagina rays.
That vitamin D.
Maybe that's what she
welcome
was
to There Are Too Many Movies.
I didn't like her before that, but dude, because of this show, I'm fucking instant fanning over her, dude.
Okay.
She's fucking awesome. Performance out the fucking ass, man. She's so good.
Which one does she play? I don't know who. I'm not familiar.
She's like
with
the
her.
youngest mom,
Oh, yeah, she's awesome.
dude.
Yeah, and also who surprised me was Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know she
Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz.
She's fucking awesome
She's great
too.
in that.
Nicole Kidman, like going for it,
Killing it.
getting
That
tossed
whole,
around.
That
like
whole show's great.
she's like mega abused in the show.
Jesus, sounds good.
I'm going to check it out.
It's fucking really good though.
It's a good show.
I'll
Yeah,
watch
like I've recommended it to people, and they're like, "Isn't that kind of like a chick show?" I'm like, "No,
Nope.
like,
it's
what
just
do you-
fucking good. Who
just
is
good.
David E. Kelly? What else did he do?
I don't know."
Do you know?
I haven't heard of him.
Fuck.
Welcome
Next
to There Are
time.
Too Many
Roger
Movies.
Rabbit.
Next time on There Are Too Many Movies.
Next time. Oh, that's a good drop.
Yeah, that's like next time on Dragon Ball
Right.
Z. It's like we get to the bottom of David E. Kelly or whatever the fuck.
The
Yeah.
planet's gonna explode in 5 minutes. Like it's 20 episodes later, they're like,
And then some bullshit fucking Krill scene.
Yeah, it's Krillin.
What?
Yeah,
"Oh, Krillin."
Krillin. The guy with the dots on his
Yeah.
forehead.
Yo, let's fucking go on a quest.
It's like, cool. Let's focus on the guy without superpowers. for the
Yeah,
whole
and he
episode.
always dies.
yeah, I like him.
I just want to see Vegeta and Goku and Mr. Satan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's-
true.
And Cell and
Probably my
Frieza.
three.
Piccolo as
yeah,
well.
Piccolo for
Piccolo's
sure.
Piccolo's all right. He's borderline normal as well.
Here's my top 25 Dragon Ball Z characters. Okay, number 25, Mr. Popo. Who is in blackface and they haven't addressed it.
But dude, okay, who's the best Dragon Ball Z villain though? Straight up.
A villain? Oh, it's so hard to choose. Okay,
Cell.
okay, hold on. Well, there's a tier list for the villains, and then there's a tier list for the villain names. S tier would be Garlic. He's the best villain name. And then after that would be Frieza and Cooler,
Okay.
obviously, because they're based off of a freezer and a cooler.
Why do I feel like you've had this on the ready?
I've thought about this for decades.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Josh.
Okay. I will say Majin Buu
Yeah, he was sick.
is the best fucking villain.
He's cool.
Straight up. It's horrifying.
Majin Buu or Super Buu? Like the fat one, Majin Buu?
The fat
Okay, yeah.
the fat one. Because he has a little baby voice and he's more powerful than Goku. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He's
just
like,
plays.
I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you.
Yeah.
It's like, this is horrifying.
Yeah.
God damn it. I love that villain though.
Yeah.
It's been years since I've watched that.
Shout out Dragon Ball Z.
For
Piccolo
real.
was a villain at first though, was he not?
In Dragon Ball, yeah. He was the primary antagonist.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
I think I started at Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back to the
Live
fucking-
action adaptation though.
Ugh.
Is it happening?
It needs to happen.
There's been a few and they've all bombed.
No, we need a fucking big budget like
The thing is, every time they try a big budget one, they come in and they're like, well, we need to set it up as a franchise, so they retell it from the beginning of the Dragon Ball Z story, which has
Which
happened
makes it so boring.
every time. And it's-
Before anyone gets like real good superpowers.
exactly. It's the
I
most
just want
boring part.
One with Cell, honestly.
Yeah, Cell was the shit.
When I was a kid, I was obsessed with Dragon Ball Z, and so I wanted this exact same thing. I wanted a live action one,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to the Dragon Ball Z like submission contact form on the website, and I typed in, "You guys need to make a live action Dragon Ball Z movie. The only thing I ask is that you put my name in the credits for giving you the idea." And
They're like, thank you, dedicated to Chris Collins.
This one kid that thought we should make this a movie.
And the Oscar goes to Chris Collins.
oh yeah, I did that.
Best
like,
adapted screenplay,
Yeah.
Chris Collins.
like 1998. I did that in my kitchen computer
Right.
on Windows 95 or some shit, just like or Windows XP, just like
Exactly.
But imagine how many of those they got. There's
Oh, I'm sure.
God damn it.
like no fucking duh, you dumb little shit. Like there's some guy reading all the contact and he's like, we got another kid requesting
Some
a
other-
live action.
Fucking kid.
Or they're like, that's brilliant.
Yeah. How you thought of that?
it's been in development hell for 25 years.
Right.
Yeah, the Chris Collins Dragon Ball Z live action.
If you get a chance, you should watch the live action one. There's two of them. There's one from like the late 90s, and there's one that was pretty recent, maybe like 2011, 2012. They're both so bad.
Are they like Americanized and trashy? Like the super like
The original is pure Japanese, the late 90s one, and
Yeah.
the most recent one is like half westernized,
exactly.
half
I knew
Eastern.
they'd do that. I knew they'd do that shit.
And
Don't like that.
and they made Piccolo the villain. They made Piccolo the villain and the Dragon Ball Z part. It's all types of fucked up. It sucks.
Fuck it. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's get to our actual
Fine.
show. So, all right, Kardashians, Bodyguard,
Big Little Eyes.
Big Little Eyes. I
you got?
watched Stranger Things the entirety. And
Oh, nice.
Maybe we'll do an episode on that next week.
I'm
'cause
like
it's
halfway through.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, man.
It's yeah.
On dear rude boy.
Yeah. Obviously, check it out. I'm sure everyone's checking it out. It's the most popular thing in the
Yeah.
world right now. So.
Yeah. Second season.
That's how I felt about it.
Yeah.
I will say I'm halfway through the third, and I'm enjoying it a lot more than the second.
It's
Okay.
really, really good.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna start
check
on
it
that
out.
today.
It's kind of True Detective-ing me.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
I just didn't like the tangent they went on in the second season.
Yeah.
With the girl that finds the other her other people that are similar to her.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Seen it before.
Yep.
Seen it before.
Already seen X-Men.
You know what I'm absolutely tired of is young kids that have powers.
Yeah, give me an old man with powers that's jaded and bitter.
Fuck yes. I want to see that more.
Like Hancock.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great
I love that.
That's a
Awesome
great
premise.
concept for a movie
Yeah.
that didn't pan out very well.
I liked it still.
At the time, I
But-
loved it.
But conceptually, I
Conceptually, yeah.
love that idea of like a jaded superhero is like an alcoholic can fly around.
And he's like taken
people.
part in like historical events that
Yeah.
matter.
And the public is just like so used to him. They're like, where was he? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a good idea.
It's like
I like
a hobo Superman. I love that.
Anything that doesn't like make superheroes out to be like, oh, there they are again saving us. Like I like the actual look at like what society
Watchmen.
how it would react. Yeah. Anyways.
God, The Watchmen's so fucking good.
Oh,
All right, so you want to get into the review? Anything else?
yeah, let's do it.
Fucking
Midsommar.
Midsommar.
I don't know why it has.
Yeah, I watched you touch it.
Okay. The synopsis. A couple travels to Sweden to visit a rural hometown, fabled Midsummer Festival. What begins as an idyllic retreat quickly devolves into an increasingly violent and bizarre competition at the hands of a pagan cult.
Yeet.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right?
So
Fucking crazy.
this is a fucking summer fun, top down,
Yup.
chillaxing with the boys type
This is
of
a
movie.
summer
Huh?
First date movie.
top-down convertible, fucking drive-through, top-down.
Drive-in,
fucking let's
At the
go.
drive-in, watching a B movie with the hand on your penis.
At the drive-in, in the old man's Porsche.
Yep.
Behind the bushes, till she's begging for more.
Yeah. At the drive-in.
Oh, it's a song.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
never
you
heard
guys
that?
were just being pieces of
It's
shit.
Poison, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
It's Venom, right?
Fucking CC DeVille, the greatest guitar tone of all time.
The greatest guitar player the world has ever seen. People shit on him, but he's actually not bad.
He's not bad, but his tone was for shit.
Awful tone, bad band.
There you go.
So Midsummer.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Not the one I wanted to play.
So,
Perfect.
Awesome. All right. Midsummer. That was fucking disturbing fucking movie.
That was the word to describe it.
If there's anything, if you're familiar at all with his work, like Hereditary, going into this was not surprising at all.
I do want to say this. Before we get into like the cult aspect of the film, I want to cover the first act,
Okay.
which is before they even go on
Go
this
to
trip,
the
which I thought was probably the most unnerving
Oh, for sure.
of the entire film. Like the first 15 minutes are far worse.
for
yeah,
sure.
Absolutely.
That's real shit.
Well, he did this. The way he deals with death is so raw and visceral.
Oh, my
where
God.
it's like
He gets some grief.
Same director as Hereditary.
Yes. Yeah, and so he either is working through some shit with grief, or he wants to put death in the face of all of his
Exactly.
audience members.
Seriously.
It was who was the actress in Hereditary that just killed it?
Toni Collette?
Yeah, her. She there were moments in that movie I was like, did they kill her daughter right before they filmed this?
Yeah.
Like
Fucking shit, man. Yeah.
so realistic.
Those and in this movie, the same thing. The screams of pain, of just grief and mourning, of hearing your family dying, are uncut and
Yeah.
just
The slow panning shots where she's just like sobbing uncontrollably,
And
and
screaming.
he's just like
and she's losing her voice. You can hear her.
Blood
yeah,
curdling
the
screams.
wheezing. She sounds like a cow that's been shot, like in the
Yeah.
lung.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we're referring to Florence Pugh's character. Florence Pugh was in Fighting with My Family. That's like all she's known for, dude.
Really?
She's gonna blow the fuck.
that's awesome. She did like a weird sort of WWE movie and then
Yeah.
straight to art house.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I fucking love her, dude.
Shout out A24, by the way.
For real. You're like, I'd love to do that.
A24, I swear to God, they can do no wrong.
I
just need to put that out there. Anytime I see A24 in a trailer or A24 presents, I just take my money.
It's how
they invest in every good piece of cinema like the past 10 years, dude. It's so fucking sick.
they're how when I see their logo pop up, it's how I used to feel when I saw the Weinstein logo.
It's how I feel when From Software comes up
Ooh,
on
yeah.
like Dark Soul games.
You're just like, I'm about to
Yeah.
do nothing else for 12 hours.
It's how I used to feel when Square Enix
Oh
logo,
god.
when it was like, oh shit, Square Enix.
Back in 1995 to 2004.
Right, exactly. But A24, shout out to them.
Didn't they
Fuck.
do High Life though? I think they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Do you know?
They did do High Life.
Okay, they had one.
I can confirm that fact.
Still, they, I don't know. They support that type of
Exactly.
cinema.
They're
still.
willing to fund that type of art
They
house.
did Tusk.
Create really
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. Killing it.
They just fucking go for it.
I love that.
'em.
Yeah.
Love 'em.
Okay, so Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh's character, dude, she was fucking amazing.
She's awesome.
She killed
She's
it.
fucking amazing.
Yeah,
and
she's
not
really
just
good.
that, but it's like that is a person that exists. Her being that like codependent girlfriend of like going through some shit. Obviously, like her sister has bipolar disorder, and like she's trying to contact her parents. Like that's how the movie starts. Like she's just trying to call her parents, and you see them sleeping. And she like keeps sending emails to like her sister, and she's like, "Hey, what the fuck? That last message was eerily Like, that was awful. Like, answer the fucking phone or, somebody. I'm worried about her. And the fucking message was awful. It's like, I see black only. I see the darkness. Goodbye. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mom and dad are
coming too.
So the movie opens with a double homicide suicide.
Yeah.
So basically, the sister kills.
Parricide.
Is that what it's
when you
called?
kill your parents and then yourself.
Damn.
Whoa, Jesus.
Parricide.
Okay.
Fucking rough, dude. But
Yeah.
it's not just that, but it's the way in which they were killed.
Yeah.
So she. Holy fuck. So for the folks at home,
Yeah.
she starts both cars in the garage, runs hoses all the way up into their bedroom, and seals it under the door with duct tape, funneling their sleeping.
It's done really well at the beginning because once the garage doors open, it's like, okay, someone's going to be in the car, and you're waiting to see the bodies in the car.
Yep.
No one's in the cars, and they're like, okay, like, weird. Maybe they remove the body or whatever. But then you see the hoses leading into the house, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
it
it
gives
just
you that
goes
no,
upstairs.
no.
Yeah.
It goes up the stairs, and then two hoses.
Dude, my stomach is sinking just like
I know.
rethinking about it. What really fucked me up was the parents was not so much. They died in their sleep. That's rough.
You're about to get to it.
Yeah. The other hose that's going to her in her bedroom, and there's puke all over her chest. Like, where it's like he's realistic about what would happen to the body in that situation.
It's like he consulted like a coroner and was like, "Hey, when you stumble upon these things, what does it look like?"
Oh,
Yeah, dude,
fuck.
that's what's so fucking disturbing about it was like, so the final hose to the daughter, to the sister or daughter, whatever, is ran right into her mouth and duct taped around her head. She put it around her own head, duct taped it, and you can see her body covered in puke and just like from car exhaust.
Yeah.
Just like she
Fucking
just went for it.
Extremely gnarly.
Oh, so even though this was like a fake movie, like I'm like right off the bat. So this was the intro.
Yeah, and during this, the boyfriend is having a conversation with his best friends, like, I need to find a way to tell her, like, I can't do this anymore, like, I don't love you, this is, I just can't do this. But obviously she's going through something, so he can't really be like, hey, fuck you, I'm done with this whole relationship.
Break up with her on top of that.
Exactly. And then as this happens, like, he gets a call from her, and they're like, seriously, that can't be her. Like, she can't be calling
Here
right
she
now.
goes again,
Right.
dude.
And then when he picks up the fucking phone, dude, is the worst sound I think I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah.
Dude, it sounds like that made me stop listening to Sword and Scale, the podcast.
Yeah.
Like those 911 calls that were so real.
Oof.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that, but
And
fuck that.
But this was a movie, and it was
Yeah.
still so disturbing.
No, it was horrific.
So you were saying she calls him.
She calls him and she's absolutely just dead crying. You know
He's
what I mean?
hysterical, saying
Hysterical.
no, over
Yeah.
and over. Oh,
God damn. And then the next shot is them, the both of them on a couch, and he's like consoling her, and she is it's just like a slow pan out as she's mourning. Like the impact is right there. We're right at the beginning of this mourning. And in the audience, like in the theater, if it's a full house, whatever it is, you just feel everyone in the theater just like, oh, like, we shouldn't be watching this. We shouldn't be watching it. And it's like, it keeps, like, that was so well done as far as the shot panning out. It's because, like, we all want to get away from this so bad.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
it's like you're watching it from a snow globe, kind of, especially with all the snowfall that was actually happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, and then it goes past out the window to the snow, and then A24 presents. I was just like,
Yeah.
what? Oh shit, I'm in for it.
Pretty
Huh?
much.
That's when
Yeah.
I was like, this is gonna suck. It's gonna be good.
Oh, yeah.
This is gonna suck.
This is going to be an ordeal to get through.
Yeah. Yes. That's exactly.
Dude, this is the type of horror that's real horror.
Yeah,
This
no.
is like, look, there's a place for, we say this all the time. There's a place for fun jump scare, top down, summer fun, popcorn jump scare horror. This is real.
This is
Yeah.
like multiple levels of horror. It's
Yes.
like the real horror that people might actually face in their lives. There's like the metaphysical horror where it's like you inside your own head combating your own fucking thoughts. And then there's like horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That was genuine horror.
Yep.
Like there's one thing to see gore. It's one thing to see gore, another thing to see like a scary monster. And it's another thing to be confronted with real shit, man. That was real.
You know what was more... okay, I'm about to spoil Hereditary a little bit if you haven't seen it, but...
Go for it.
The moment that the daughter hits her head on the pole and dies
Yeah.
was not nearly as scary or disturbing or
Oh, in
terrifying
Hereditary.
as the moment the son had to go home.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that
Yeah.
exactly.
So the son was driving, killed his
Sister.
little sister basically from reckless driving. She was hanging out the window and he fucking decapitated her. And the body was in the back seat, and the son just had to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he just went home and he just went in bed wide-eyed and didn't sleep, and then waited for the parents to discover the body in the car. That was so fucking disturbing,
Dude, that
I'm getting like
fucked. Yeah, no, dude, that like just thinking about that because it puts that like panic in you, and
Yeah,
and like even though you've never murdered a person, you've never done something that awful.
No, it puts you in that situation.
You really
because you
empathize.
empathize. Yeah.
Oh god.
well, boys, shall we keep going with Midsommar? Let's get fucking
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get through it.
Fuck, man. That was just so rough to watch, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not even like 20 minutes into the movie.
You know, watching Hereditary, I was like, every time I watch a director's first movie, for some reason, I'm always overly critical, even though I've never done anything in that
Yeah.
industry.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I really liked Hereditary, and I was really excited to see Midsommar, but I was like, it's his second movie. He probably won't, kill
Sophomore
it
slum,
again.
yeah.
Exactly. And I am like fully on board with Ari Aster, like whatever he does now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like he's such a smart writer with so many fucking layers.
It has a vision.
Yeah.
He's a visionary director for sure. This guy can absolutely do anything, and he chooses to cover these horrific things, and he obviously has a knack for it. I mean, he has a knack for showing grief and just absolute true horror that you and I can experience. You know what I
a
mean?
new level of disturbing horror.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
But that also leads me to think like this guy can absolutely engage people in ways that they haven't been able to do in film before. If he decided to go into a different realm of film, you know what I mean? If he decided to go with a action film or a romantic comedy, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't necessarily want that, but I would
No.
still watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want it either, but like I could just see it be like, so when do I have a really disturbing death and grief scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, never. This is Vince Vaughn and Julia Roberts.
It's Fast
We're
and the
gonna-
Furious 12.
But dude, I can see him doing that and coming up with some insane shit.
Totally.
The guy is absolutely a visionary.
Yeah,
Agreed.
He's fucking awesome.
I love him.
So
I love him.
let's get into Midsommar.
So then the film starts, I guess.
basically.
We get into the story about a group of guys that are going on a trip to Sweden with I guess he's an exchange student.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what he is. He's just visiting from Sweden and he's friends with them.
Their Swedish friend invited them back to his little local small community or whatever, and it's gonna be like a big boys' weekend. All the beautiful women
Yeah.
in Sweden and blah blah blah.
And then obviously Florence Pugh is going through this at the moment. I forgot her name in the film, so I'm just going to keep calling her
Danny,
Florence.
I think.
Danny,
Danny,
yeah,
there you
you're
go.
right.
So Danny is going through this grief, obviously, and then her boyfriend is just like, "So guys, Danny's coming up. I just want to let you know that I invited her,
Oh my god, that was so
She's not
awkward.
coming.
Yeah,
but I invited her and told her that you guys wanted her to go. Just FYI."
And they're like,
also here she is. Hey,
Yeah.
Danny.
and they're all just like, "Fucking cool,
Cool, dude. Thanks for ruining everything.
Yeah, essentially. And she walks in. They're like, "Oh, so Sweden, you're coming, right?" And she goes, "Yeah, as long as that's cool with you guys." And they're
And-
like, "God damn it!"
And you
Yeah.
can see it. It's like such a real, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Come.
Yeah. And then the dude that's basically the kid from Toy Story with his eyebrows.
Oh,
Yeah.
Will Poulter.
Yeah. He's basically that. He's like, "Yeah, can I talk to you, Christian? For a second?"
Dude, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
That trivia, real quick. That guy was almost it.
Really?
Oh, nice.
He would have made a good one.
I can see it.
Whenever the True Detective director was like on board to do it, that was his guy.
Nice.
He
That's
would have
cool.
been good.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, that'd have been cool.
Anyways,
All right. So anyways, so they go to Sweden.
yeah, it's pretty straightforward. They go to Sweden.
They go to Sweden. They end up at the camp local community, whatever,
Yeah.
the cult. Basically.
Well, they get there a little bit early, so they trip on shrooms.
Yeah, no, they immediately drop mushrooms when
Yeah.
they get to Sweden. Which
Well,
I was like,
What's funny? Okay, there's so much. I want to watch it a second time just because there's so much foreshadowing and so many little hints dropped. Like, there's just so much shit. Like, before they go to Sweden, and Pella, and they're like, Will Poulter's character is talking about, he's like, oh man, trying to fuck some bitches, whatever the fuck. He's like, I'm trying to get laid. And Pella is like, think of all the women you can impregnate in Sweden. He says that line specifically. I remember that.
Wow.
The part where, so they immediately get the mushroom water, the tea, and they drink it. Later on in the movie, when they're that lady's trying to get the boyfriend to drink the mushroom water, he says, "What does this do?" And she's like, "It lowers inhibitions and makes you malleable to do whatever."
open to the source. Or something.
Yeah, open to everything. So I think whenever they first got there and gave them the mushroom water, it was basically them like, be open, have no inhibitions.
Have an open mind to everything you're gonna see.
Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah.
There's so many little things in there. I want to watch it a second time.
Yeah. The way they did the tripping too made me super
Yes.
uncomfortable. The way everything was breathing and the way like everything became
Well, the
one.
trees were like
Yeah.
were just a texture that was moving at all times.
On her flower crown, there was one
Yeah.
flower that was breathing like a
It was like
mollusk.
bulbous, and
Yeah.
it was like
So
It's like
pulsating.
an octopus's mouth.
I kept
Yeah.
on. It was so cool. It was during those scenes. What I love about those so much is that hyperrealism, where it's a regular shot, but if you look around the shot, there's things breathing and moving.
I love
loved
it.
that. It was
And
just
even
like,
whenever she's talking to people, or anybody's talking to people, and then like their face,
yeah, like
Their face
it's very
moves.
subtle. Like their eyes would be a little crooked,
Yeah.
or when she encountered him, like, hey, you want to come hang out with my friends? And he smiled at her.
Oh
it was
my
like,
god.
It was like this creepy, bendy
Yeah.
smile. It's very, it was very good. The way they,
Fucking
that very fucking,
very good,
very
good.
effective.
I enjoyed the way they portrayed that.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That
It
shit
just,
is loopy.
yep. It was fucking wild. And it made me super uneasy.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I don't need any new people. Is that a new person?
yeah.
I love that part. That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Is that, I don't need new people right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to lay down. Everybody lay down.
Are you laying down? It's so good.
That was really good. And then you are introduced to the commune. Right after that, they hike a little further, and then they see what the camp is, and fucking strange monuments of flowers and shit. I was like so fucking nope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of beautiful symbolism too, where it was like, but it had, like you kind of get the vibe of like, this is, you got to leave.
Yeah.
Like, like those big,
Something
like,
off.
something's weird here.
Anything with that amount, like that group of people that are all like
That happy.
intertwined into one
cause.
oh no,
Yeah.
like
And you're the outsider.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And did you notice they never gave them any cult clothes? So that was one thing that they said, like, hey, we make these for people. They're staying there for a month and a half, apparently. They never made them clothes. They made them stick out.
Yeah.
To I think just the viewers. I don't think the cult like intentionally
Maybe,
was like
yeah.
outsiders. But I think they wanted them to seem out of place, because if you put the cult clothes on them, it would have been.
You've been looking at a lot of the same looking shit.
Exactly.
all the time.
that, but like it
Plus,
would've
it's a clear distinguisher.
Yeah.
it would just change the vibe in my opinion. But I think they made a wardrobe, or the director, whoever, made a distinct choice to keep them looking alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this situation.
Right. Or realistic in like an obscure situation.
Yeah, exactly. To keep them looking like the alien, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right after that, you are, we're introduced to the commune. Then I don't want to get through let's get through the fluff. Essentially, you see a ritual that they perform where the eldest give their life to the commune in some form or fashion.
At age 72.
At age 72, they're just like, okay, we're going to kill
They have
ourselves.
they have like a life cycle in this cult.
right. And they're at the end of winter, so they're going to fucking just end it all.
They just
The way they do it, so fucking well done. They are on top of a cliff, and all of the commune is like on the ground, and the eldest, I guess they cut their hands open and fucking they do some sort of
They
blood
Share their
shit.
blood with the world or something.
some shit like that, and then they jump off of a cliff, and then, like
Onto a rock.
onto
Yeah.
a platformed like rock, like hopefully face first.
Right.
That's the best case scenario
Yeah.
because the woman does that face first. She's done.
Yeah.
Yep.
The guy just he just sort of like he just he goes vertical. You know what I mean?
Like, why would you do that?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you make it instant, dummy? He landed on his legs and he just
He's literally just like, ow, right after.
his last words, like he does this whole like holy ritual, like cuts his arms and goes and says some shit,
Yeah.
and then just goes, owie!
oh no!
Guys, I missed the rock. Give me the hammer.
Yeah.
Give me the hit quick.
Oh, that fucking hammer.
Oh God! So
That's a fucking comical Donkey Kong hammer.
For
by the way.
real. That was like a Smash Bros. hammer.
What if she came in like,
Yeah. She's like, someone's going to make an edit of that, I guarantee you.
or like they were arching their back and doing
Yeah.
everything like that.
And then KO.
so fucked. So he goes vertical for some fucking reason, breaks his leg.
Yeah. By the way, can I just say, before she was about to do it, I knew what was about to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it was obvious,
Yeah.
right? And but yet our characters were like, "What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Why
What
are they
are
up
they
there?
doing?
How are they getting down here?
So are they gonna do like a dance and then come down?" I was so I almost laughed because like I was like, it took a lot of me not to be like, yeet, like. Like the ultimate yeet.
Right?
Final.
He's just like, the final before he jumps down.
The final yeet.
Dude, that,
I must yeet.
Yeah. No, this is part of our culture. It's the final yeet. It's shh.
you're being disrespectful. This is
Wait
our
for
culture.
it. And he's on top of the mountain. And just goes,
You just hear it, like, what if it was like a wide shot from the ground? You just hear like from really far away, just like yeet. And then just like,
and the sound was so fucking unnerving for that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it wasn't like a big like.
Yeah.
No.
Or
It was
crunch.
you're far away and it just goes.
yeah, like
Oh.
it was realistic.
Yeah.
It's like he landed on basically sand or dirt, and his bones went through his ass. Just his knees.
What a fucking nightmare.
Fucking smelling his toes. Like
For real, dude. God.
fucking yeet. Like fucking.
Imagine touching your toe to your face in 1.01 seconds. Like, just be like,
And being 72.
yeah. He's like, guys, I'm 72. Can I get a morphine drip? Like,
Oh shit.
he was basically, that was the circle of life.
Yeah.
That was Pride Rock.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
This movie was like The Lion King and The Wicker Man put together.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. What if when he hit the rock, it was just like a big like plume of dust, like they're like, oh shit, he was really old, huh?
He's a fucking old man.
Fucking Jesus.
That dude was older than we thought. Fuck. Anyways, so that ritual was disturbing.
Yep.
Even though we're making a lot of jokes about it, like it was rough.
Coping through humor.
Yeah, well, I mean, this director doesn't fucking pull any punches.
No.
I mean, you see people's faces get caved in like watermelons.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she fucking, this 72-year-old woman fucking just went,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and do you remember when she was in the bathroom on the airplane, she made that noise?
oh yeah, you're right.
Whoa.
Before she cried, when
Yeah.
she had that breakdown and she
Yep.
went, yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Fucking
Shout out
crazy
to
shit.
foreshadowing.
Shout out.
Need to rewatch it. And Hereditary.
Anyways, yeah, so
So then, of course, the fucking Americans are just like, "What the fuck was that?"
yeah, we
You
just
know?
witnessed a double suicide.
And everyone's like,
oh, wait,
what's
no.
their problem?
A suicide and then a murder, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a suicide, an attempted suicide, and a murder.
Yes.
And the commune is like, "Well, that's how we do it here.
It's beautiful.
It's
Right.
the way we do things. Things are different where you are too."
And the anthropology major's trying to make some sense of it. He's like, well, this is their culture. This is maybe how they do things and
Yeah.
all that shit.
yeah, but we're Americans. This isn't right.
Right.
This is fucked.
yeah.
We decide.
yeah. No,
Put your old people in a home for 30 years until they're bones.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, so naturally, everyone's freaking out now. They're like, "Oh shit, just hit the fan," and all the trauma starts to induce. There's another couple from London or something that starts freaking out.
Yeah.
They're leaving immediately, which as you should.
Sure.
So they try and leave the next day, but that's when shit, obviously starts to.
Yeah,
Like, I-
one. Go ahead.
I almost felt like it was a poison, like right off that. And maybe it was a mix of things, but that was the turning point because right after that, Christian walked back to the where they were staying and they were talking, and then immediately everyone became more hostile and aggressive. And maybe it was because they just witnessed what they witnessed. But he was like, "Hey man, I've been meaning to tell you," and then all of a sudden it's like things just started to get like,
Yeah.
"Dude, what are you talking about?" Like things weren't right anymore. Whereas
Yeah.
like things were just like the evil was starting to come out, and I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that's when I feel like Christian in particular started to make these really fucking crazy choices
Yeah.
of being not out of character, but just really showing his true piece of shit side.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, fuck it. Like right after that, like,
Well,
he
yeah,
saw
and he's
that.
like, "Well, I've decided to write my paper about."
This is my thesis.
it was immediately after that.
Yeah.
It was like, now is not the time.
Yeah.
It was weird. But
And then he also has one of the girls from the commune that's allowed to have sex. She is like on his dick. Like she's like, "Oh, I want this guy. Like this guy's gonna be the one that impregnates me." And then you even see like this little, this like, I don't know what you want to call it, like sketched out blanket that has like this story on
like
it.
a
of-
quilt or something.
Yeah, it's a
Oh
quilt.
yeah.
Of like how they're going to make him fall in love with her, essentially just to like provide the semen to create a baby or whatever.
Right.
And that includes her cutting off her pubic hairs and putting him in his food to like cast a love spell. And like right after that is like a scene where they're all eating and he like
Well,
pulls out.
also,
What's
did you
that?
notice she was bleeding into a cup also
No.
in that same quilt? So the pubes into food.
Oh, yeah.
And then bleeding into a cup.
Right.
And so he drank his. If you notice, his drink at the lunch was a little darker than everybody else's.
Wow. I didn't
Wow.
notice
Yep.
that. Nice.
So pubes and I'm guessing
Menstrual blood.
menstrual blood.
All right, that's how it happens.
Shout
So
out- shout out
ladies, if you're
Menstrual Blood.
listening,
It's a good first date movie, as
Yeah.
you said, Alex.
if you're listening, put your pubes and menstrual blood in his food. Instant love.
Love.
That's how
That's how love happens.
It's way to a man's heart.
So then he is, I guess, brainwashed at that point, right?
Yeah, I guess.
It's like a love spell or whatever the fuck.
And then it goes off into this the competition for the May Queen. It's just something for the May Queen.
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin, fuck you. He's like, stop. We have a competition for the May Queen. The last person to be dancing is the winner. Danny, of course, wins, and she is crowned the May Queen. And she, they drown her in fucking flowers, and like she's now like their queen for this solstice, right?
Sure.
Some community, yeah.
Some shit like that, and she can do no wrong. She's now like one of them, essentially. Like that's when they start dressing her in the garb that they're wearing. And while they're celebrating with her, they take Christian and have him have sex with that girl. And like there's a ritual, like all of these women are like
Yeah.
surrounding him.
It was also another thing that was similar to Hereditary.
Yeah,
There was that like a ritualistic scene with a bunch of naked
Oh,
people.
yeah. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
And of course, like those pyramid like houses.
Yeah.
That's pretty prominent in Hereditary as well, especially the last scene, when it's panning out and it's just blackness and like this
That was fucking brutal.
triangular room. And that's where they have that sex ritual with Christian. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward after that, guys.
yeah. I mean, I thought it was she was coming back to, whatever. She had done her ritual as the queen, May Queen. She's coming back to town, and she hears the sex ritual, and that's her boyfriend in there, screwing some,
Yeah.
girl. And so she's like, I want to go in there. She's like, that's not for you.
She's like, don't do that.
There's another part where I almost audibly laughed and
Yeah.
Yeah.
leaned over to you because what if she was walking back to that barn and she busts in, sees all that, and she goes, Christian, you forgot my birthday.
He's like, huh?
It's like, what?
What do you mean?
I like that the whole time it was also like he was in the exact same like. Aren't your arms so tired? Aren't they so tired?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Shout out to Missionary.
Shout out to impregnation positions.
Shout out to Ritual Impregnation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to Genghis Khan, all of our forefathers.
that's how we should all do it now.
Yeah.
A ritual.
But yeah, so she sees her boyfriend undergoing that ritual. Clearly, her turn of hatred towards him was like a progression in this whole film. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
there was hints of it in the beginning of like
She's like slowly realizing
yeah, like
it.
why didn't you tell me you're going to Sweden? Why didn't you do this? Like, what do you mean?
And then he does reveal himself to be a dick.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
a piece
He's
of
a
garbage.
real
He's-
unlikable character.
Yeah.
yeah, and like the whole like when he was like, I don't know where your book is, but if they stole it, we do not know him. And
Oh yeah, dude. I was like, you're a fucking skeevy piece of shit,
yeah,
dude.
and she looked at him like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like that's like, oh, I'm gonna dump you. Like
Yeah.
it's what
Yeah.
it should have been. I mean, she should have dumped him a long time ago.
Right.
But anyways, that progression of hatred towards him was gradual in the film, right?
Yeah.
And like I feel like that was like the cherry on top. Him fucking another woman with a bunch of
Exactly.
other people, like in a ritual impregnation.
Well, something I loved about like the amping up of her feelings was that like she didn't actually get to, I guess, like have catharsis for her feelings until she got to the commune, because the whole first part of the movie she's just wailing to the open, empty world, and then she gets to the commune and
They embrace her.
Well, not just that. Like that man falls and he doesn't die immediately, and the whole commune is wailing in pain with him. They're all sharing his pain.
Oh wow.
yeah, I noticed that
There's
too.
that part where she's crying because she saw her boyfriend getting impregnating that girl, and she's like just screaming her head off, and then everyone else is like with her. They're like looking at her like
They're like breathing in
Yeah,
unison
yeah.
with her. You know what I mean?
and she gets to like she finally relaxes for once after one of those bouts of crying because
Wow, yeah.
there was like someone else feeling that with her.
Wow. I did not interpret that at all.
I love that part.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
I was like,
that's
these
a
people
really
are
good point.
weird.
These are weird people.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, oh fuck, like fucking white ass people.
That's
man.
no, that's a really good point, and that would explain why she sort of succumbed to the whole community in the end.
Yeah.
Like where she's just like, fuck it,
Plus, it's
fuck this guy,
it-
and I'm happy now.
Exactly. It falls in line also with that guy talks about how everything is just like a big recycling thing. Like those people,
Pele, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And he's the one that is like trying to get
He's
her.
the mastermind, basically.
Well, yeah, but he's also like, you're loved here.
Yeah.
Like you don't like
He
this
can
guy
see,
doesn't deserve
yeah,
you.
he
You know what I
sees.
mean?
He's like, he doesn't appreciate you or love you, and we do. So be here.
It was well done.
Yeah, it's really good.
So
So
I
that-
don't blame him for doing that.
That guy was a dick. I would have also blood eagled his friends.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So so we get to the final ritual, which is a sacrifice of 9 people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
And-
before that, dude, when he gets that post nut clarity, he runs out of the room. He's like, and he sees people just walking around. He's like, oh fuck, I'm naked. And he starts running everywhere, and he finds that shack with his friend, or it was the British dude.
Yeah, well, before he even gets to the shack, he discovers his friend's foot hanging out of the ground.
Oh, yeah.
So he
Yeah.
slowly just discovers all of his friends' dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that guy, he was how he was strung up with that's a Norse torture method. Like the Vikings would do that. They cut open your back, pull out your lungs, and it's called a blood eagle.
Fucking Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
So that's an old pagan torture method.
I don't need to even ask at this point, but why do you know that?
Because
So that's an old Nordic
Because.
torture method.
yeah. But it looked also I couldn't tell if it was partly the hallucinogens that made it look like his lungs were still breathing or whether he was actually alive and his lungs were still inflating while he was strung up. But
Nuts,
either
dude.
way, it was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking insane. Oh god damn.
So she gets the choice to either sacrifice someone from the commune in the end, and so they
And
had
like 2 of the people from the commune are already
Yeah.
sacrificing themselves.
Yeah, which is weird.
Well, it was Ingmar had to sacrifice himself because that first guy got away, right? Or the girl got away, right?
No,
Or he
she's
just chose
fucking
to
dead.
sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
She fucking died.
Okay.
They pulled her. I think it was Pele that was like, he had her in a wheelbarrow,
Okay.
and she was like drowned.
Was
she was
that
like
her?
real bloated. Yeah, that
I
was
don't
her.
remember.
Oh, okay. I
I-
wasn't sure who that was. They were.
pretty
It was a
certain.
fucked up body. So
Yeah,
I actually
exactly.
I didn't know
It was
who
a bloated version of what that lady might look
Right.
like. So I
Oh,
was
I
like,
see.
that's probably
Maybe her. Yeah, like Will Poulter's jester thing.
Yeah,
That was
fuck.
fucking freaky.
Yeah, Jesus
They
Christ.
removed his fucking face. That was crazy.
That was brutal.
You notice the guy was wearing his face when
Yeah.
he killed the other guy?
Which guy was wearing his face?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Okay, all right.
I think it was the disabled person, wasn't it?
I thought it was the guy that was pissed off at him for pissing on. the
Oh, you're
tree.
probably right.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Because he says, like, well, he just talks. He's like, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, yeah. That would make sense. It was him.
He kept calling him, like, a fool. And it kind of falls in
Oh,
line with him being a
shit.
fool and then being a jester when he's all taxidermied. That was cool.
That was sick. So we get to the final ritual. The 9 people were sacrificed. Most of them were all the friends, but then 2 from the community. And then she has the choice to either sacrifice her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend probably.
Yeah, at this point.
At this
Yeah.
point. And
So you
either-
fuck another girl during a pagan ritual.
yeah.
You're an ex.
I'm the
Yeah,
May Queen.
I think we need to have a talk.
Yeah.
Also, I'm the May Queen.
So she, gets the choice to either sacrifice the ex, a boyfriend, or someone from the community for some reason. Like some random dude
Yeah.
was like,
He's like, I'll recycle my life.
yeah. And she chooses Christian.
Yeah, because why not?
And so they stuff him in a bear.
Yeah, they just stuff him in a
stuff
bear.
him in a bear carcass and
The
throw him
POV
into the...
When he first comes to, after they blow the paralyzing dust in his face, and the POV from,
Oh,
and
the
she's
eyes.
like, well, not just that. Well, that was freaky too.
Love those when the lens is the eyes and
Yeah,
like
they shut
you
one
shut
into-
both
yeah.
of them.
And
That was awesome.
but when he wakes up and that girl is very cheerfully telling him like, "Hi, Christian. Okay, good, you're awake. You can't move, you can't speak. Okay." And she smiles and walks away.
Yeah.
That fucked with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was rough. That was fucking weird. Like, oh, yeah, this is just casual sacrifice. You're
God.
paralyzed.
I
That
can't
was-
think of anything worse than your own prison inside of you.
That was dude. That was 3 phobias in one with the way he died.
Yeah.
That was pyrophobia, claustrophobia, and like you can't move. Whatever the fuck that is.
Yep.
Paraphobia.
Probably.
Yeah, that's really fucking
That was
not
grim.
ideal. Not, not a good day.
Not the way I'd pick to go out.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me though of when they were at the dinner and he was all dosed up, and then he goes to the guy. Yeah, he goes to the guy
Oh,
next to him.
dude.
So he's tripping, and he turns like they're all tripping. The May Queen's being celebrated, and he's clearly like now
Not all right.
He's not all right, but he's having a bad trip, but also he's clearly the outsider amongst these people now, like the only one
Like
left.
the
basically.
only outsider.
Yeah.
And he can feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it. And he just turns to this old man next to him and goes, "Excuse me, sir, what's going on?"
The way
and,
he said it.
Yeah, and the old man just turns to him and just goes, and the entire world changes around him and just bends, and it's just like even worse now. Like,
Yeah.
and
Dude.
even more like
Why would you
uncomfortable.
do that?
And it's just, why would you do that?
Why?
But it just made me laugh so hard that the guy knew what that would do
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
It was just like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up, you idiot.
You fucking.
You outsider,
Yeah.
dumb
Yeah, fucking
idiot.
know nothing.
Yeah. So, anyways,
call.
back to the plot. Sacrifices her boyfriend, and it seems like she's found a new home. She
Yeah.
has no family, so now she's the new May Queen. She's part of the community now.
First time you see her like really smile in the film,
Yeah, like genuinely. She's
or just
finally-
show any sort of positive emotion.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. And yeah.
Yeah. Overall, though, I enjoyed it a lot. It was fucking rough, tough sit, but the cinematography, the music, everything
Yeah.
tied together. It was
Yeah.
honestly exactly what I hoped. So
Really, really liked it.
great, disturbing horror film.
I love me a cult horror film.
Yeah, for sure.
I really do.
Folk cult horror.
Folk horror, right?
Whatever.
Yeah. Because that genuinely terrifies the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it was. Yep, it's disturbing.
Yeah, that was a
like,
good movie.
also like the idea of like dealing with codependency at the very beginning. You know,
Yeah.
like that's a narrative that we can, most of us have someone in our lives that can speak to that or are like that. You know what I mean? Like you can't be alone. You can't be without somebody. So it kind of, I don't know, it shines a light on that as well that you don't see a lot in film.
It's well written real shit as well as well written crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like it's all very
Well done.
yeah.
Good film overall. Go check it out.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
All right. You want to do news or games?
I actually don't have any news today.
I don't have
It's
shit
kind of a
either.
slow week, guys.
Yeah, nothing
I
worthwhile.
don't think I got anything.
There's probably news, but nothing we care about.
I mean, I did see Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Oh, how was it?
I don't know if we want to get into it. Do we want to watch that at some point?
I mean, I'm probably gonna watch it. Are we gonna do an episode on it?
Nah.
Nah,
Not feeling it.
I don't know.
it's whatever.
It's a decent movie. Like it's
That's what it's like back
Yeah.
to the Marvel.
It's enjoyable
Decentness.
for sure, and I feel like they handle the end of Avengers Endgame really well. But yeah, it was like a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll
Yep.
see it.
Yeah, I'll see.
Like
Jake
every one of
Gyllenhaal
them.
was dope.
Yeah.
Love him.
Oh yeah. I might just see it just for that.
He was awesome in The Sisters Brothers. Played like a real.
I still haven't seen that.
It was pretty good. He played like a real smarmy asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see that too.
It's pretty good.
That's Joaquin Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
And Jake Gyllenhaal and your
John C.
favorite.
Reilly.
Your
Yep.
favorite.
Yeah, that's why I haven't seen it. I remember now. I looked up the trailer and I was like, never
Like,
mind.
fuck this guy.
Fuck that dude.
That movie was
fuck
made
his
for
face.
$30 million, I believe, and it made about. You know what?
Okay.
That'll lead us into our
Sure, let's play that.
show. All right, guys. How
so
much?
it was made for $30 million. How much did Sisters Brothers make
Yes.
in theaters?
Yes.
Ooh, in theaters? I didn't even know it came to
know,
theaters.
You know already?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, damn. I'm going to go with like 1.5 million.
1.5?
Yeah.
Wait.
All right. I'll go with 7 million.
All right.
7 million. It made 7.
Yeah.
1.5.
1.5. Alexa, how much did the Sisters Brothers make?
The 2018 film The Sisters Brothers grossed $3,140,000 in the United States and $10,500,000 worldwide.
Oof. That's rough.
God damn.
So
That's
you won
bad.
that one.
Yeah.
$30 million.
It was a pretty good movie, though. It was a cool concept.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a Western with fucking. If you like Westerns,
I love me some Joaquin. I can't.
for sure. I'll watch him in anything.
Exactly. Don't worry, he won't get far on foot. I need to watch that still.
I haven't seen that. Joker looks fucking.
Joker.
Cannot wait.
Yeah.
So many people are shitting on that, apparently.
Of course.
Which, yeah, I guess.
off.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Fucking comment.
I don't care for any other opinions other than like the
Agreed.
three of us.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck everyone else's opinion.
Pretty much.
Shout out to our listeners.
Yeah. Talk to us if you want to give a fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hit us up on Instagram more. You know, we're human. We'll talk back sometimes.
Oh yeah, most of the time.
I mean,
You can
comment
email
section,
me.
all that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm on gaggle.net.
Do we want to play anything else?
Actor game.
Sure.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna go with the Sisters Brothers.
Donnie Darko.
Spider-Man.
Nocturnal Animals.
That's a good movie.
One of my favorite films.
It's a good movie.
Chrissy Beans.
Prince of Persia.
Nightcrawler.
Oh fuck yeah, that's a good one too. God damn, he's so good.
I know.
What's the one? Boxing one. God damn it. Fuck, I'm just gonna go with Bubble Boy.
Damn it!
I can't think of the.
Fuck.
That was my next one.
Shit. I'm not gonna remember the name of it. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Brokeback Mountain.
Ah, damn it.
Nice. Fuck. What's the painting movie he was just in on
Oh,
Netflix?
Velvet Buzzsaw.
Thank you.
Velvet
Damn.
I was
Buzzsaw.
not gonna. I was not.
Yeah.
Gonna get that.
Damn. What's the boxing one?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
He got fucking shredded.
I don't know.
It's like you want to lick his
Oh, that was-
abs.
That was recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he played like yeah, I remember in the trailer.
It's good. That's a good movie.
He looks good.
Guys, he looks real good.
Looks real
good. Tasty.
Shout out abs.
Shout out Jake Gyllenhaal's ass.
You want to do another
Edible.
Huh?
Edible.
Edible? He is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, let's do another one.
One more.
Who you got?
Oh, Stanley. Oh, that's a yawn, boy.
Oh shit!
I do declare.
I do declare. Do we have any other actors?
I'll just draw from the
Yeah.
You guys are the worst.
Yeah.
I come up
wanted
with
to
every single fucking actor.
Well, I wanted to say Bruce Willis, but I feel like we've done that pretty
We've
recently.
definitely done that.
Alec Baldwin.
That's a good one. All right. Chris started off.
30 Rock.
Glengarry Glen Ross.
The Shadow. I didn't want to play my trump card.
God damn it.
Alec Baldwin, one of the most famous actors living today.
Don't worry, I don't have anything either.
I'm out.
Oh.
I legit, I'm blanking.
Time for my signature Alex Wilson answer. Saturday Night Live.
No, get the
I know.
fuck out of here. with that
Yeah, I don't
shit.
know. I'm out.
What? It's Alex Baldwin.
Yeah, I know. I can only
Alec Baldwin,
I can
by the
only
way.
think of his
Alec
brothers. I'm literally
Yeah.
only picturing like Usual Suspects.
William Baldwin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You guys fucking suck.
So can you name one?
I
you
do
guys
fucking
suck.
suck.
One
both
more?
of you.
One more? You have to name one more.
You guys fucking suck.
What
Hey,
is
man.
it, Josh?
Hey, man.
Both of you
Alec Baldwin.
are the worst. At
one of the
this.
most prolific actors of
You
our
guys
generation.
both don't get it, do you?
The record holder for SNL appearances, Alec Baldwin.
You guys just don't understand. Oh,
One
fuck.
of the three brothers.
Go ahead and name him. Go ahead and name a movie, Josh.
Alec Baldwin.
one of the most respected actors in this here United States of America.
Just say
guys.
Max Keebler's Big Move, and we can move on.
Was he in that?
I don't think so. I highly doubt it.
Highly doubt it.
I really doubt Alec Baldwin was in Max Keebler's Big Move.
I cannot confirm, but I highly doubt that.
I don't know it for a fact, which means it could be possible.
Why is that so funny? Oh, that he could hypothetically be in Max.
He could.
Keebler's-
It's the quantum acting equation.
Yeah. Hey man,
What?
Alec
What was the
Baldwin.
movie?
Name a
Oh,
movie.
so Alec Baldwin,
Yeah.
the actor.
the actor,
Yeah. Name one more movie to win the game.
obviously.
Obviously, Alec Baldwin.
Don't you guys understand?
Top 5 Baldwin brothers. Here we go. All right. Alec Baldwin's all 5. Fuck, it's not loading.
Thanks for listening. Like us on Instagram.
Broken Arrow.